B'Shem Hashem Naaseh v'Naseach. B'Ezrat Hashem, today we're going to learn another lesson from Pele Yoetz, Harav Eliezer Papa Alav Shalom. And this time we're learning about Parshiyot, the obligation of a Jew reading the Parashat Shavua, the weekly portion of the Chamisha Chumshei Torah, the Torah, every week. So it starts saying, ידוע מהאריז"ל לעולם ישלים אדם פרשיותיו עם הסיפור שניים מקרא ואחד תרגום. It is known from Arizal, Ari HaKadosh, that the person needs to always complete reading the parasha, the Torah portion of that week, twice the parasha, and with Targum. Targum refers to Targum onkelos, which is the Pirush on the Torah. Right? And it says in Masechet Berachot, דף ח' עמוד א', שכל המאשלים פרשיותיו עם הסיפור מעריכין לו ימיו ושנותיו והנה עיקר מצוות קריאת שמע מקרא אחד ותרגום הוא ביום שישי. So it is known, it is mentioned in Masechet Berachot that whoever completes reading the parasha of that week with the sibur, we're gonna talk about it. What does that mean with the sibur, with everyone else, with people? Then he's going to be rewarded with long life, right? Yes. So this is another mitzvah that would bring long life to a person, right? And it says, it's very interesting, it says ma'arichin lo yamav ushnotav, that his days and his years will be prolonged and then never come back. Well, doesn't say that, but you're right. If like a day, Rosh Hashanah, when you stand at the shul, that day will never come back. Yeah, the day that goes, never comes back. So he will be rewarded to have blessed days and blessed years. 100%. Right? It's not a person could have long days and years but not blessed. Right? His time will be blessed. He will accomplish a lot. There are certain days that you could accomplish a lot more, right, than other days of the week. Or sometimes one day you could accomplish that which you couldn't accomplish 2 weeks. Right? The day has beracha. And the main mitzvah of reading the parasha twice, right, is 2 times the parasha and 1 time the translation, and that mitzvah is on Friday. Today Friday. Aval anashim haterudim achar mezunoteihem halo tov yikra'u b'yom shabbat shacharit. But those who are busy and they cannot do it on Erev Shabbat, then they can do it, and they're working the whole week, they can do it on Shabbat, right, of Shacharit in the morning. Shabbat you can't do anything though, because the days are so short now. You go to shul, you come home. You need to use your time very wisely. Yeah. No, I'm saying winter times are very short days. That's right. No, I'm saying you can't even use your time wisely. Let's say you go to shul, you come home. Well, you try your best. And then you learn like 1 sentence. You have to go back. Yeah, you need to try your best. That's why it's good to pray early. Idbaq im mi she'eino ligro uligroa yachad v'katfu yachad. If a person doesn't know how to read properly, right, or then he can read with the shaliach sibur. Right, the Baal Qoreh on Shabbat, as he is reading the parasha, you also read with him word by word, and that would consider 1 time of reading of the parasha. And the true mequbalim, those who know the chokhmah of Kabbalah, the secrets of the Torah, sod sheyesh la'akpid harbe. One needs to be very careful. בקריאת הפרשה שניים מקרא ואחד תרגום לקרותה בכל טעמיה ודקדוקיה הדרך היטב. That the person needs to be very careful to do the parasha with טעמי מקרא. וידבר השם אל משה לאמור with the ta'amim, right? As he's reading it to himself, והנה על כגון זה מצווה שמתן שכרה בצידה אורך ימים במינה. So this mitzvah, for example, is the mitzvah that its matan, its matan sachara, its reward, right, is the long days, right? Bimina. Mi she'eino choshesh l'chayema anosh yanosh mema nenosh im eino ma'amin b'Torah u'b'divrei chachamim nidon בשואה רותחת ואם מאמין ואינו חושש ועל חייו לא חס הרי זה מתייחד בנפשו. So if chas v'shalom there is a person who doesn't believe Torah, so he doesn't give any importance, he doesn't read it, for sure that person is going to be punished, as the punishment is very severe. And over here talks about it, that it's something very, unpleasant, right? And a person who knows the importance but he doesn't read it, then he's mitchayev nafsho. In other words, he's responsible about himself. If he could have achieved long life and he didn't,
but some people don't achieve long lives. Like a kid in my class, he died a year ago.
Well, we never know. A person might have.
I told you about him, yeah.
Yes, a person that is his tikkun. Maybe
this
a person.
This coming Pesach is 2 years he passed on.
Yeah, we need.
You never know.
Yeah, Allah wa shalom, right? So a person needs to do his best. A person doesn't know what is his tikkun, right? How much he needs to leave or she needs to leave, right?
Like my neighbor.
Yeah. So mitchayev nafsho ve'atid, and after 120 years when he goes to olam haba, litan et din, he needs to give litan et hadin, he needs to give judgment. Me'en me'aved asmol da'at. How come he didn't know or he didn't pay attention? Umagam bedavar shekal chayemo man lo baye chaye hareze nimshal ki b'memod ze kilal gadol b'Torah. Right, and then it's going to be questioned. Why didn't you pay attention to a, easy mitzvah? You could have done it, right? Are you lo aleinu chas v'shalom compared to a behema? Behema does things out of instincts, out of habit.
But a lot of people do things they're not supposed to do, and they know it, but or they don't know it.
So it says, Pele Yoetz says, right? Don't be ignorant. Do it. Do shenai mikra Targum echad. If you don't have time to do it during weekdays, on Shabbat when the Shaliach Tzibur is reading it, you read with him. Right? Try your best. Hashem knows that you're trying your best. Hashem wants us to be bestowed with all the blessings and all the good things. So we need to take one step, and then Hashem will take the rest for us. Right? As they say, you do what is right, Hashem does the right for you. Right? Gadol b'Torah, nimshal kebemod, ze kena gadol b'Torah, beqiyum ha-mitzvot. This is a big rule in keeping Torah and mitzvot. Right? You shouldn't do things.
You can't keep every mitzvah, no?
You try your best, right? That which you can keep, you keep. Kazod be'kazod. There are many mitzvot that a person, chas v'shalom, right, could ignore, but he shouldn't. Yiten et libo, he needs to pay attention. Ha'ish ha'chafes chaim, a person who wants real life, right? Umitoch shelo lishma ba lishma. And even if he wants to do this mitzvah because he wants to live 120 years, he wants long life, right? So be it. Let him do it. Right? Later he's going to come to a level to do the mitzvah, right? Lishma, for the sake of heavens, la'asur nachat ruach lifnei aviv shebashamayim, and that he will be able to bring, right, nachat ruach. He will be able to bring, right, happiness and satisfaction to Hashem. Uletaken hadevarim beshorshan, And by reading Torah and the onkelos, he can fix things at their root. There are certain things that we can always fix with the mitzvot that we do. Ki ma'achar, we can prevent tragedies, right? By reading Shnai Migla Targum Echad, a person could prevent a tragedy, right? In who knows, in Eretz Israel, Chas v'Shalom, la aleinu.
You know there was a tragedy.
Yes, unfortunately. ולתקן הדברים בשלושי מי מאכל השם שם חודשו יתברך בוודאי יש ויש בהם סודות עליונים, that for sure that which he is reading and he is going to make influence and he is going to open so many sodot and secrets of the Torah.
They say Israel is the safest place. It's not, because you always hear tragedies happen.
Yes, Eretz Israel is the hashgacha pratit of Hashem. Hashem watches over every Jew.
So many tragedies happen there. Who wants to live there?
So those who think like that, they make mistake. Right? Al kol ot va'ot. Obviously, a person should not put himself in a magom sakana. But if a person is careful and is doing his best, then he knows that Hashem is watching over him. Over here in Chutz La'aretz, Hashem watches over us in multitudes, not every single individual, multitudes. Over there is every single individual Hashem is watching over. Al kol ot ve'ot, al kol qos va'qos, tilei tilin ve'kol Torah kulam shemotav. Every letter of the Parshat HaShavua that you read, right, it's a mitzvah by itself. Right, it's one of the names of Hashem. Right, the whole Torah is all names of Hashem. Right. של הקדוש ברוך הוא והקורא בהן בונה בשמיים עליותיו. A person who reads Shnai Migla Targum Echad, he is building, right, the upper boards. Imagine that, you building, architect, right, constructions without any amigos, right. You do the Torah, you read the Torah, right, and Hashem sends his malachim to build olamot, heavenly worlds, right? That will be there for for infinite. With the mitzvot that we do never die, right? The influence is always there, right? ואף כי אין איתנו יודע קורא כדרכו. If there are those among us who don't really know how to read properly, just do it. Just try your best. Right? ויחשוב, and one needs to think, שיש רזין ורזי דרזין ומעשה ידינו כוננו עלינו. And he needs to think that there is secrets that are being revealed to him because he's reading the Torah. Right? וכתבו הפוסחים, and halachic authorities, those who write the halachot for us, the Jewish laws, they teach us. שכן אמת שלפני סודן של דברים אפשר לומר ונקה מנכרות שנאי מגרע ואחד תרגום, אבל לפי פשוטן של דברים שקריאת התרגום הוא להבין העניין שלפני בזמנם היו מדברים ארמית. According to Poschim, they see really over here the swords, that which will cleanse you from the obligation which you can fulfill with the obligation of Targum. Reading the translation is the reading of translation of onkelos, right? Where Rashi is much easier, onkelos is Aramaic, but go for onkelos, right? That will help your Gemara skills as well. Hine ki chen לדידן עיקר המצווה לקרוא כל פרשה עם פירוש רש"י ולהאזין בנז, הנה כי כן יוחד צדיק דרכו אחוז בזה וגם מזה אל ייתן ידו, ועד לכל חפץ ביום שבת חודש למי שאינו מעבד שעות בשחרית, the day the שבת חודש. וכתבו יש מקומות שיש בני חבורה אגודות בשבת חודש, יש לומדים תחילה ויש לומדים תנ"ך right? משניות, מדרשות וכיוצא, אשריהם ישראל ואשרי תמימי דרך מטב לכת ההולכים בדרכי טובים. So Pele Yoetz is saying, look, if there are places that they do Rashi instead of onkelos, right? And they can't understand onkelos, okay. If they can't really do it onkelos, let them do Rashi. Or there are even places that they do Shnai Migrat Targum Echad in groups, and then they learn Nevi'im on Shabbat, right? Or they do other limudei Torah in the groups. Let them do it. This way, it's encouragement for you to do the mitzvah Shnai Migrat Targum Echad, right? And also, once you do it in groups, you encourage others, and that would be a great mitzvah for everyone. Berov Am Adad Melech, as they are praising Hashem in groups. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen. Thank you for joining. Bezat Hashem, we continue next time.